WALB presents Dialogue, a weekly public affairs program exploring community concerns and spotlighting regional activities.
Well, we are entering the last full week of shopping before Christmas, and if you're still looking for some unique gift ideas, I think I've got one for you today. I am talking with Professor Abraham Ajibade Adeleke. Did I get that right, sir?
That was perfect.
Very good. A professor at Albany State University, a professor of psychology and of the Yoruba language. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, I met you as I was trying to get healthy, walking in the mall, and you shared your books with me, and actually you had sent a couple of your books, and it's about introduction to Yoruba, and then of course subsequent books, as well as some children's books that teach about morals and things like that. But first of all, you yourself, you speak the Yoruba language. You're from
Nigeria in West Africa, and my Yoruba is my first language.
And you've been teaching the language at Albany State for how long?
For about 16 years now.
Now, one of the things, because I'm not sure, are all colleges introducing African languages now? Because you were telling me that the Department of Education has okayed African languages along with Spanish and French and other foreign languages. There's a demand for it.
There's a big demand for African languages now. Because there was a question, in the classrooms that we are talking about foreign languages. Yoruba or African languages are foreign to us too. Why not studying them? Because they venture into all those countries too, the students. So eventually the news was carried straight to the Department of Education. And so for about 20 years now, they've been teaching African languages in North America, American universities, which includes Yoruba, Swahili, Ashanti, Zulu, Wolof, and several other languages. But Albany State just chose Yoruba language.
All right, and I've got to ask you, how difficult, now for you, of course, it's easy, but for students, you have students in the class, how difficult is it to catch on to the language?
Yoruba is a very interesting language. It's very tonal and easy to learn. For example, when I call you Tolu, it's tonal. Tolu.
Student?
Tolu, that's a name. Tolu, you will not forget the sound. You can't say Tolu or Tolu or Tolo. You have to say Tolu.
You have to know where to put the emphasis.
The emphasis, the accent.
Okay.
So it's a tonal language, and emphasis should be placed on tones.
Okay, so what you've done, you've written, are these books that you wrote for yourself to kind of help teach and then to make it easier for others to learn the language?
Actually, what motivated me to write the book was that when I started to teach, there was no book.
Okay.
So the book that was introduced to me was written by another person, like somebody who was not speaking Yoruba. So I said, well, I come from Yoruba land, the land of the kings and all the languages. Why will I be using second-hand book or second-hand?
When you have the knowledge yourself.
When I do have the knowledge. So I just thought, man, you are the book. Be teaching them from your head. I said, no, we have to document something. So that's why I first wrote that edition. The
introduction to Yoruba.
That's right.
Language, culture, literature, and religious beliefs.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Yoruba cannot just be taught in isolation. Like I'm teaching Yoruba language. You can't just teach Yoruba language.
You need to know the culture.
You have to teach the culture. You have to teach the religion and tradition and literature.
All right. So what is the religion?
Yoruba has several religions. Several religions. So all of those are listed in the book. But the most important is the one we call Ifa, IFA. Is the umbrella of all the religions. So Ifa is not quite a religion, but it's another way of life. See?
Okay.
Ifa is one of the the culture that we really go back to as the literature of the ancient world.
Okay, and you also, of course, a part of this when you talk about the culture, you're also talking about the art, which you've got pictures of the art, and even braiding of the hair.
Yes.
So for those of us who haven't quite mastered that, we can actually get this book and kind of learn how to braid hair.
That's right.
Then how often do you go back home to West Africa? And tell us where the location for the Yoruba people are.
All right. Yoruba people are in West Africa and in Western Nigeria.
Okay.
Western part of Nigeria.
Western part of Nigeria.
Right.
All right.
And the Yoruba people are scattered all over the world now. We have several folks that speak Yoruba in this country. You know, they are in Britain, they are in Australia. We have so many of them. We are about 45 million in Nigeria. You see, that population is more than the people in Australia, because Australia is just 35 people, and Canada 36 million people, 36 million, and California 35 million. So Yoruba people are even more than all of those, locations, all of those countries.
Do you have, I guess, like I'm thinking the African American Festival in Atlanta? Is that an opportunity for you to go and talk about your culture and display, I don't know, dances or the artwork? Do you have an opportunity to showcase the work and the culture of Yoruba?
Yes. When we are together, all the Africans, we know ourselves. We know these are Yoruba people, these are the Igbo people, these are the Ashanti from Ghana, these are the WALB from Senegal. So all of those know
where you are in the community.
Yes, and so when we speak, we have to speak the colonial language, that is English or French.
Okay.
That combines us, that will be our lingua franca. And so we still appreciate each other. We still relate. We still,
hold on to your roots, as they say.
That's right. We enjoy ourselves.
All right. So you've got the introduction to Yoruba, and you also have the subsequent book, Intermediate Yoruba.
That's right.
How long are the courses? Is it just a semester for the introduction, or how is it divided?
Right. The first semester is introduction. We finish that book. We exhaust the pages in one semester.
Okay.
And for Yoruba 2, we use the intermediate. That one will teach us more on the advanced way of writing poems, writing composition, and use of language.
And then you were also inspired to write 2 children's books that deal with moral issues. Beauty Contest in the Animal Kingdom and Patient Pays, a folktale from Africa with moral lessons for children. What inspired you to do this, or these 2 books?
Well, I originated from a royal family.
Okay.
Royal
family.
That's right. So when we are home or abroad, we're supposed to have what kind of a royal duty. So that for me is to relate with children. And so in order to just be relevant in this community, I have to just start to write books for children and be able to read it to them. We did that at the Museum of Art.
Right.
I was there reading to all the kids, and several daycares. Was able to read to them.
Well, if you want Professor Adeleke to come and maybe read some of the children's books or to talk about the Yoruba language, the culture, you can give him a call. The number is 229-296-5356. You might, if you're walking through the mall, run into him as well, because he has a kiosk there. I believe you have, belts and oils and things like that. And you and your wife also own a restaurant. We're going to talk about that, but we do need to take a break. And again, that number is 296-5353. You can purchase the Introduction to Yoruba and the Intermediate Yoruba, Language, Culture, Literature, and Religious Beliefs. We'll tell you where when we come back, so stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, on this Sunday. I am talking with Professor and also Minister Abraham Ajibade Adeleke.
Very good.
Thank you. And professor at Albany State University. He's also he's a professor of Yoruba and psychology at ASU for about 16 years. And during the commercial break, I was asking you about translations and if there would be a Yoruba word for my name.
That's right.
Not so much, but you would just rename me, and please share with the audience what you've chosen for me.
Right. If I will rename you, because when people come to our country or to our culture, you know, we absorb them, we embrace them, and we give them material things, and we give them names.
Okay.
So the name I just thought that it will fit you today will be Titi Lade, which means princess forever.
Okay, remember that. Princess forever. I like. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
When we went to break, I mentioned, you know, you're a businessman. I mean, you're doing a lot of juggling here. You have a restaurant that you co-own with your wife,
right,
and it is called the Tropical Taste Restaurant on East Oglethorpe Boulevard. And when you say tropical, what types of foods do you serve?
Right. This is a restaurant that, you know, solely belong to my wife, you know, for our savings.
Okay, so it's that's her baby.
That's
okay.
That's
okay.
our stuff.
All right.
But I support her 100%. What types of food? We sell, we prepare tropical foods. And tropical food can be shared with every culture. Anybody that is closer to China, the Chinese, they have accessibility to tropics too,
okay,
tropical temperature. You know, all the African countries are tropical.
Warmer.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They are within the tropics. The Caribbeans, all those are within the tropics. South America. So
we're talking, but I'm recognizing some of these, and we think, I guess, that they're ours. Hot wings,
right,
oxtails, jollof rice, plantains,
yes,
turkey wings, mixed vegetables, spinach, goat meat, and you cater. So that's just one way of introducing another culture into the South Georgia culture.
Yes, it's because all of those are available, but we prepare them in elegant ways. For example, many people don't like the taste of spinach.
Hear, hear.
But when you try the spinach prepared by Titi, you will like spinach from that time. It's the talk of the town now. A lot of people just go there because of plantain and spinach.
Okay, I am sure, and I have not talked with you about this, but I'm sure people who are looking at, I guess, your wardrobe today,
right,
and they know, is this a part of the Yoruba? What is the meaning or significance of that?
Of the marks.
And if you will turn a little bit so that they can get it on the camera.
Yeah, the significance of these marks are that when you are born in a royal family, there's a tradition. Traditionally, you have to be marked. The firstborn of the king, or you belong to the royal family, they will let you, they will put marks on you 2 weeks after you are born, so that people can recognize that that's a man from the royal family.
Is this like, I'm thinking of a shield. You know, in some cultures they have the family shield. Is that what that is saying, that you're from that royal family?
Right.
That particular one?
Yes, they call it culture, or the kingdom, or, you know, the royal court.
All right. So, I guess, was your father a king?
My father is the brother of the Alaafin,
which is the king.
The king.
Okay.
So he's my uncle.
Okay. The king was your uncle.
Yes.
Okay. So what? Now, and again, you're from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
What is the royal name? Is there a name, the royal name, or is it Adeleke?
The royal name. Those two names, Ade, that's Prince Ajibade. I was born when the daddy was being crowned.
Okay.
When my uncle was being crowned. So they name you according to circumstances or surrounds your birth. So Ajibade was born during the coronation.
Quickly.
And Adeleke means victorious prince.
Victorious prince.
That's right.
Very nice, very nice. Quickly, where can people get these books, the children's books and the introduction and intermediate Yoruba?
Yeah. They can just go to Books A Million and tell them they want a beauty contest in the animal kingdom by Abraham Adeleke, or Patience Pace. They can get them at the Books A Million, and they can pick them up at a Tropical Taste restaurant too. And
every now and then you might have them on your kiosk in the mall too, right?
Okay.
The other thing, I know we've got a little bit of time left, but the day after Christmas, Kwanzaa begins.
That's right.
Kwanzaa is not a religion.
It's not a religion.
Explain it to me and to my viewers, please.
Kwanzaa is not a religion. It's another way of telling the African American that there's another way you can express, your heart to yourselves. You don't have to meet only in the churches. So that Kuranga, the professor in Texas in 1966, so he decided to just get people together so that we can celebrate without Christmas. It's
without exchanging gifts. But there are some presentations in terms of gifts.
Yeah, they give gifts now.
Okay.
But when they started, it was just another way, quite of rebellion to the established religion that enslaved them. We're just growing out of all those. Right now, we blend and we accepted. People that are conscious of Kwanzaa can still be Christians.
Let me give you a number, 229-296-5356. Again, you might see Professor Adeleke in the Albany Mall, or you can also drop by Tropical Taste Restaurant, East Oglethorpe Boulevard. Thank you for sharing the cultural education today of Yoruba. And if you stay there, I've got something else coming up to tell you about. We're going to keep it in a positive direction.